So let's change the conversation a little bit again. How did you get into flying? What started this for you? Because you said you flew a year of line of sight and then a year and a half of FPV. So
Yeah,
walk me through like how did you go from flying to being the national champion of Mexico and Latin America?
lots of drones. I'm sure more than 30 drones, 30 different drones. But the first one was Syma or Syma.
Yeah,
Syma.
Syma or SYMA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my little brother, which is now 20 years old,
Uh huh.
bought one. He always got interest into helicopters, but I
Mm-hmm.
always saw that he bought one at 1 week later it was totally destroyed.
Right.
So I didn't got so many interest into flying helis. But when he got the drone, I was amazed because I didn't even knew that they existed. So I asked him to borrow the Syma,
Mm-hmm.
lend the Syma to me, and that first feeling got me into the hobby.
And the Symas are brushed, right?
Yeah, they are brushed, but
Yeah,
they
they're
are quite.
brushed.
They can take some hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really durable, um, especially for learning the basics of drone
Yep.
flying, like line of sight. They are, I think, just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So next step, I bought on back on 2016 a Parrot from
Mm-hmm.
AR.
Okay.
I think this was the, if I'm not wrong, at least the most popular first FPV drone uh, launched in the market, and
Mm-hmm.
actually I think it was uh, promoted by Apple
Mm-hmm.
on
Yep.
some commercials. So I got it in Europe in a business trip that I
Mm-hmm.
made, and I had to pay a lot of taxes when I got to Mexico because of well, we call that the aduana.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but well, it didn't last very long.
Because it
Maybe,
was those were like styrofoam and plastic, right?
yeah, and the link was Wi-Fi.
Oh
So
yeah. They
and
flew
you
away a
also
lot.
you also had to control it with your phone
Oh
unless you
god.
block the control. So it was not a it was an amazing experience because you could actually see HD in your
Right.
phone while it was flying, but the control was horrible. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel the control
Mm-hmm.
on the phone. So well, I crash it sometimes and try to repair it, and repairing that is so expensive. So I ended up trying to make a do-it-yourself drone that like the one you showed me,
Mm-hmm.
fiberglass. So I passed, yeah, that one. I had a very similar S500.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
With the
and I
plastic
made,
arms.
yeah, and I also got the dead cat frame,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Okay.
like also huge frame with
Yeah.
fiberglass. But that dead cat frame was my first FPV drone that I flew,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't tried simulators before, so I crashed in the first tryout and
Yep.
had to wait like 2 more months to get the replacements of the arms and continuing. After that, or while on that, I tried the Pixhawk
Mm-hmm.
platform, which were made like to make autonomous missions and,
Mm-hmm.
and, and so on. And I at that time I was more interested into photography and video.
Mm-hmm.
So putting a GoPro on that drone and making some shoots. But I ended up giving up because I couldn't get like a very stable video from
Mm-hmm.
from those drones. So I ended up buying a Phantom 4
Mm-hmm.
like 2 years ago, and it was amazing. The first times I flew it while on vacation, I took it to Peru on a trip. It was awesome. It was awesome flying it. I think it was the first time that I could feel FPV uh, as close as it was, because now I really felt the link between my
Mm-hmm.
fingers and the quadcopter. But yeah, after that, then I made my first FPV mini quad
Mm-hmm.
because I started watching on YouTube videos from freestylers
Yep.
and some racers and drum racing league, and I said, okay, I want to try this. This looks so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first moment that I could fly an FPV drone, I think I never took the Phantom again just to have fun, you know. So it
Right.
was just a bit waste of money, but I got some jobs of making some photographies and so
Mm-hmm.
so I recovered some of that money from that, but not for fun. I mean, only in some vacations I took it. But if I have to decide between the Phantom and the mini quad, I will go 100% the mini
Yeah.
quad.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, I started building and building and try to make a cheap quad that will be good for racing and good for crashes and everything. And at the end I knew that if you wanted a competitive racing quad, you have to put some money on everything, on the motors, on the lipos, on the frame, on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So everything counts at the end, and then I transitioned to that point of getting medium to high quality gear, which is what I fly now. Yeah.
Um, what gear do you fly at this point? What do you prefer?
Well, I got this last competition of Latino Cup Floss 3 Light from
Okay.
Pyro. That
Okay.
frame is, I think, very light and also pretty durable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am flying with iFlight motors, the
Okay.
Shin or
The Shang,
XING.
yeah, the XING.
And this was actually by recommendation and by seeing that my friend Rodrigo crashes a lot with trees and with concrete and never had any problem with one motor. So I say, okay, this motor, I think they are good. And they are really durable and not that expensive. So I try them. I like a lot the throttle curve they made. And in combination with the Genfan Props 551 46.6,
Mm-hmm.
I fly. Well, I haven't tried anything uh, than those props and those motors in a while, like 4 months. I
Mm-hmm.
am very comfortable with them. Also fly with Tattoo Lipos.
Yeah.
I feel uh, I can really feel the difference between those and other brands
Mm-hmm.
in performance. And what else? I fly with Foxeer Predator and stacks. I use Mambas and Talon from Alienation.
Mm-hmm.
Both are good from them. Yeah.